Now to the developing story of a former military contractor on the run from the law.
The big question now is, like, what is he going to do? Where's he gone?
Just 3 weeks before the man known as Fat Leonard Francis was set to be sentenced for the biggest bribery scandal in naval history, he escaped house arrest here in San Diego. ABC 10 News reporter Sierra Encinas speaks to bounty hunters and a podcaster about why they think he ran and where he may be.
Residents say this is the Carmel Valley neighborhood that Fat Leonard escaped from, but they say they didn't even know he lived here because he never really left the house. Experts I spoke to say they can only guess where he is right now.
Oh, I'd ask him what his side of the story is, why he did it.
Tom Wright created the Fat Leonard podcast and is the only media outlet to interview the man behind the Navy's biggest bribery scandal. He says he thinks his podcast might have been a factor in Fat Leonard's escape. Wright says Leonard feared it would lead to a longer sentence.
Because he was in detention, awaiting sentencing, and we'd smuggled him a microphone. So he was worried that, he was being so honest in the podcast, saying, look, there's going to cover up in the Navy. The senior admirals that I bribed didn't get sanctioned. Only I'm the scapegoat. And all of that stuff was going to lead to him having a bigger sentence.
4 out of 5 of the Navy officers accused of accepting Fat Leonard's bribes were convicted at the end of June.
Bro, your days are numbered.
Local bail enforcement officers Jesse and Bianca say authorities were likely pinged as soon as the ankle bracelet was tampered with.
In his case, it sounds like he had cut his device off, which triggered an alarm, which that alarm went to a monitoring center, which then notified the supervising agencies.
They say what's unusual about the escape is that he didn't leave everything behind.
The fact that he got U-Hauls, he's going to develop a paper trail on where he went to, where those trucks went to.
As for where Fat Leonard could be, there are several possibilities.
People are saying, I have no inside information, but maybe he's gone over the border from San Diego into Mexico. He was in shipping for 40 years, so he has a lot of contacts in that world. Perhaps he bribed his way onto a ship.
U.S. Marshals say that tips are pouring into their national office. In Carmel Valley, Sierra Encinas, ABC 10 News.
International manhunt now. We also spoke to U.S. Marshals who say Francis likely didn't make his escape in haste.
He had plenty of time to plan this out. I mean, neighbors said that they saw U-Haul trucks, but who knows what he was doing before that. So there's a really good chance that he might have gone international already, but we are following those leads.
The Marshals tell us that he was being monitored by U.S. Pretrial Services at the time. There was also supposed to be 24-hour security. We reached out to Pretrial Services. We have not yet heard back.